Imagine it is 3 a.m. The world is asleep. The streets are quiet. But inside your head, there is a storm raging. You are replaying a conversation from 3 years ago. You are worrying about a meeting that happens next week. You are creating scenarios of failure, rejection, and disaster. You are tired, but you cannot sleep. You are exhausted, but you cannot rest. This is the prison of overthinking, and you are both the prisoner and the jailer. Most people believe that thinking is a sign of intelligence. They believe that if they worry enough, if they analyze enough, they will find a solution to their problems. But this is a dangerous lie. Overthinking is not problem-solving. It is a mental disease. It is like a car engine spinning in neutral. It makes a lot of noise. It burns a lot of fuel, but it goes nowhere. Eventually, the engine overheats and breaks down. That is exactly what is happening to your mind right now. Welcome to Eternal Echoes. In this comprehensive guide, we are going to perform surgery on your mind. We are going to remove the parasite of overthinking using the sharpest scalpel in history, the Philosophy of Stoicism. We will walk through the psychology of why you do it, and we will give you the practical tools to stop it, forever. To cure the disease, we must find the cause. Why do you overthink? You might say it is because you have a stressful job or difficult relationships. But those are just triggers. The root cause is much deeper. You overthink because you are addicted to control. You believe that if you can predict every possible outcome, you can prevent pain. You think that worrying is a shield that protects you from the future. The ancient Stoic philosopher Epictetus warned us about this trap. He said, "The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have." Think about that. When you obsess over what someone thinks of you, you are trying to control their mind. Impossible. When you obsess over the future economy, you are trying to control the world. Impossible. The mind creates these loops because it cannot accept uncertainty. But here is the brutal truth. Life is uncertainty. Chaos is the natural state of the universe. Your attempt to control it through thinking is not making you safe. It is making you insane. The first step to freedom is a radical shift in identity. You must realize that you are not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. Imagine you are standing on the platform of a busy train station. Trains are rushing by at high speed. Some trains are loud. Some are dirty. Some are carrying dangerous cargo. These trains are your thoughts. An overthinker jumps onto every train. A scary thought comes, they jump on it and ride it into a dark tunnel. A regretful thought comes, they jump on it and ride it back into the past. A Stoic stands on the platform. He watches the trains go by. He sees the fear train approaching. He acknowledges it. And then he lets it pass. He does not board it. This is the skill of cognitive distancing. Just because a thought appears in your head does not mean it is true. Just because your brain says you are going to fail does not mean you will fail. It is just a noise. It is just a neural firing. When you learn to watch your thoughts without engaging with them, you strip them of their power. You become the sky, and thoughts are just clouds passing through. The sky does not get angry at the clouds. It just lets them float. Let us practice a technique that Marcus Aurelius, the emperor of Rome, used to silence his mind. He called it the view from above. When you are overthinking, your perspective shrinks. You zoom in on your problem until it is the only thing in the universe. A rude comment feels like a knife in your heart. A small mistake feels like the end of your career. You need to zoom out. Close your eyes. Imagine leaving your body. Rise up above your room. Rise up above your city. Go higher until you see your country, your continent, and finally, the entire Earth, floating in the dark void of space. From this height, look down at yourself. You are a tiny speck on a tiny rock. Your life is a blink in the timeline of eternity. Your problems, your worries, your reputation, they are invisible from here. This does not mean your life doesn't matter. It means your worries don't matter. The universe is vast, and you are small. This realization is liberating. It lifts the weight of the world off your shoulders. Why worry so much about a play that will be over so soon? Overthinking is mostly fear of the unknown. What if I lose my job? What if she leaves me? What if I get sick? Instead of running from these questions, the Stoics ran toward them. They used a technique called Premeditatio Malorum, the premeditation of evils. Let us try it. You are worried about losing your job. Okay. Let us imagine it happens. Visualize it fully. You get fired. You have no income. Then what? You will have to cut expenses. You will have to look for new work. It will be hard. You might struggle. But will you die? No. Will you lose your character? No. Will you lose your ability to reason? No. You will survive. You have survived 100% of your bad days so far. By mentally rehearsing the worst-case scenario, you realize that the monster in your head is actually manageable. You strip the fear of its mystery. Once you accept the worst outcome, you have nothing left to worry about. You are free to focus on the present. Seneca famously said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." The mind can only overthink when the body is still. Anxiety thrives in inaction. When you are sitting on the couch, staring at the wall, your mind has all the energy it needs to torture you. The cure is action. When you are fully engaged in a task, the part of your brain responsible for worrying shuts down. This is called the flow state. If you catch yourself overthinking, do not try to think your way out of it. You cannot fight fire with fire. You must use water. Stand up. Move your body. Clean your room. Go for a run. Write a page. Do anything that requires focus. Action anchors you to reality. Thinking anchors you to fantasy. Marcus Aurelius had the weight of an empire on his shoulders. Wars, plagues, betrayals. How did he cope? He worked. He woke up early and did the job of a human being. He did not give himself the luxury of pity. Let us return to the central pillar of Stoicism, the dichotomy of control. If you want to remove overthinking forever, you must tattoo this rule onto your soul. There are things up to you, and things not up to you. Your opinion, your aim, your desire, and your aversion. These are up to you. Your body, your property, your reputation, and your office. These are not up to you. Overthinking happens when you try to cross the line. You try to control the not up to you category. You replay the past. Can you control the past? No. It is gone. It is dead. Thinking about it is like trying to resurrect a corpse. You worry about the future. Can you control the future? No. It has not happened yet. The only thing you own is the present moment, the now. When you focus entirely on the now, overthinking vanishes. You can handle this exact second. You can handle this breath. You can handle this step. The burden becomes heavy only when you try to carry yesterday and tomorrow at the same time. Put them down. Carry only today. Your mind is a computer with too many tabs open. It is overheating. You need to offload the data. The Stoics were avid writers. They didn't write to be published. They wrote to be sane. When your head is full of noise, take a pen and paper. Do not type. Use a pen. The physical connection matters. Vomit your thoughts onto the page. Write down exactly what you are afraid of. Write down the angry thoughts. Write down the confusing thoughts. Once they are on paper, they are no longer in your head. You can look at them objectively. You will read them and realize, this is silly. Why was I worried about this? Paper is the most patient listener. It does not judge. Use it to clear your mental RAM. Finally, we come to the most powerful truth of all. You are going to die. This is not meant to scare you. It is meant to wake you up. Memento mori. Imagine you are lying on your deathbed. You are taking your final breaths. You look back at your life. Will you wish you had spent more time worrying about what your neighbor thought of you? Will you wish you had spent more nights sleepless over a work presentation? Of course not. You will wish you had lived. You will wish you had loved. You will wish you had been present. Death is the ultimate filter. It removes the bullshit. When you are overthinking a trivial problem, remind yourself, I am mortal. My time is running out. Is this how I want to spend my limited heartbeat? Suddenly, the problem looks small. The anger fades. The fear dissolves. Only what is essential remains. The prison of the mind has no lock. The door has been open the whole time. You have been pacing in the cell, waiting for permission to leave. Today, I am telling you, you have permission. You can step out of the loop. It will take practice. Your brain is wired to worry. It will try to pull you back in. But now, you have the weapons. You have the view from above. You have the dichotomy of control. You have action. You have death. Use them. Be the rock in the ocean. Let the waves of thought crash against you and fall back into the sea. You are the master of your mind. Do not let it be your master. If you have made it this far, you are not like the others. You are ready to take control. Declare your freedom right now. Write in the comments, I am in control. This is Eternal Echoes. Stay strong, stay present, and live.